A historic day across Kansas City and really across the NFL yesterday as Clark Hunt and the Chiefs announcing they will move to the state of Kansas, leaving Missouri, leaving Arrowhead Stadium, which has been their home since 1972, as early as the 2031 season. Let's welcome on and get the reaction. We'll do this all morning long, and we'll hear from callers as well throughout the morning. But right now, I want to say hello and good morning to Jon Patterson. He is the Speaker of the House in Missouri. Of course, he's a Jackson County guy. He's a Lee Summit guy, so he's got skin in this game, obviously, and he is running for state senate as well coming up next year. Mr. Speaker, good morning. Thanks for being on KCMO. What's your reaction been over the last 12 to 18 hours?
Hi, Pete. Well, glad to be with you as always. My reaction has been pretty much the same as many of the other Missourians that we've heard from. It's even though we could have seen this day coming, it's still very shocking and taking some time to get used to. But it's shocking, but it's not surprising. I think this was the culmination of a process that began in April of 2024 with the failed vote, and yesterday we just saw it come to its natural conclusion.
So where do you place the blame?
Well, there's plenty of blame to go around. I don't think it's very useful to play the blame game right now. I think what leaders in Missouri ought to do is look at the why did this happen. I think there's a number of reasons. I think it all started back in April. And if you talk with the teams, I think Clark Hunt has even said dealing with city, state, and county in Jackson County made things difficult. And if you recall, in terms of Jackson County, up until about 2 months ago, we had a county executive who was actively working against this whole deal. So I think this was decided probably back in April of 2024, and we just got to watch it play out.
You know, but there was yesterday, as I was watching the press conference, there were city leaders there from the Unified Government in Wyandotte County and Olathe. So there was, I know that there wasn't a city tax component per se, but there was a city, county, and state component. It just seemed like Kansas had its ducks in a row and was more unified on that front. Is there something that you think could have been done better on the Missouri side on that front?
Well, absolutely. They all seem to be on the same page, and part of that is that it's always nicer to be getting something new as opposed to trying to keep it. But if you look at Jackson County, think of where we were in April of 2024, and even 2 months ago. We had one of the components, the county executive, really working against the process and doing things that had nothing to do with keeping the teams. I mean, he was talking about a community benefits agreement, if you recall. Well, now there will be an empty stadium, 5,000 jobs gone, overtime for police gone, and now the county will be on the hook for either $20 million of maintenance or $150 million to demolish the stadiums.
Is that the price tag, $150 million to take them down?
Yes, it is unbelievable what it costs to demolish those things, and the cost will just keep going up.
And what a deal, huh? That the teams, the franchises, don't have to pay a dime. Instead, that falls on the taxpayer to take down the stadiums that the teams benefited from for the better part of 6 decades.
That's absolutely right.
I mean, what an absolute screw job that is for the taxpayer. Okay, so, I mean, what now for the Royals? Do you think there's going to be a reinvigorated push to keep the Royals in Missouri?
Well, I think, I remember the Schottenheimer rule. We can cry or celebrate for 24 hours, so I think we're coming up on that. I think right now what we ought to do is get together and really see what we can do about keeping a Major League Baseball team in Kansas City. I think if you look at it, if you see the silver lining, it's very difficult for one state and one city to do financing for one team. I think 2 teams is very difficult. So I think we have an opportunity here to have the Chiefs on the Kansas side, the Royals on the Missouri side, and have incentives for both. And I think that would work really well. But again, we got to get together and be on the same page. We have Phil LeVota now. I think that helps a lot. But I think the best case scenario is we keep the Royals in Missouri and the Chiefs have gone to Kansas.
Any chance when you look at, and Jon Patterson is the Speaker of the House of Missouri, he's a Lee Summit guy on KCMO. Does any of this change what you want to do in the legislative session coming up as it may relate to income taxes in Missouri or anything that can be property tax relief, things of that nature for Jackson County where residents have been struggling for a long time?
Well, if anything, I think it should make us want to address those issues more, because what we're trying to do is to make Missouri a great place to live and work. And one of the things that kind of made it attractive to people is now gone. So we have to look at other things that make Missouri an attractive place to work and live. And one of those is how you're taxed. And so I think that will just make us want to address those things even more, because one of the things that kind of attracted people is on the other side of the state line now.
But don't you think, Mr. Speaker, we're overstating this? I mean, from the standpoint of maybe some people came to Kansas City and moved to Kansas City because of the Chiefs, but that's not why most people decide to come to a region. I mean, a sports team is not the top of the list. It may be the icing on the cake. And let's be honest, too. I mean, if people come to Kansas City and transplant to Kansas City, are they going to pick Kansas over Missouri because the stadium's on the Kansas side? Or are they going to say, hey, where the school's better, what's closer to my job, what's a better tax environment? I don't think it really matters, and it could end up being a win for Missouri to get that off your plate.
Well, we know when people are deciding, it's one of the things that people think about. And, you know, millennials, people of that age, they're looking for things to do. So it's part of it, but you're right. Schools, roads, public safety, those are all things that people think about where they're going to live. And taxes is one of them.
Yes, it is. No doubt about it. Speaker Jon Patterson, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. We appreciate the time, and we will talk to you soon and see how this all develops for the Royals. Have a great day.
All right. Thanks, Pete.
All right. You as well. Jon Patterson on KCMO Talk Radio.